All right. Hey, everybody. Justin Sardi here. Welcome to this cool little kickoff call that we're going to be doing for Video Ads Crash Course 3.0. So this is Video Ads 101, and we're going to be talking about dominating your market with cheap and oftentimes free video traffic. So our agenda today, if I could find my mouse, there it is. All right. Our agenda for today, we're going to be talking about the types of YouTube ads and when you should be using each. And YouTube actually just made, or AdWords, whatever, just made some changes to what they call these ads. They still kind of function the same, but we'll talk a little bit about that today as well. Then we'll talk about, I've got a video marketing case study, and I'm going to show you how you can profit from YouTube ads without having your own video and do it in about an hour. Then I'm going to show you a video ad quick start hack, which is my 4-step process for quick profits and how to get Google to pay for your ad campaign. And then we will open up for Q&A. So quick little bit of background on who I am. This is me. You can see me down here at the YouTube space in New York. I'm Justin Sardi. This up here, right in the middle in the top left-hand picture is actually Val, and she's the one in the chat box there, right? I think that was at a JV Zoo event, so that was pretty fun. But yeah, basically, I do YouTube stuff. I've actually been fortunate enough to be invited to speak on a number of stages, as well as been invited to YouTube's space in both New York, and they did a quick little event up here. I'm in Denver, Colorado, so they did one in Boulder a while back because we have a decent-sized YouTube channel. So I do, a lot of YouTube ads, organic traffic, all that good stuff. But I don't want to bore you because that is not why you're here. So let's go ahead and dive in here. So there are 2 types of video ads that we are going to be talking about today. Now, one of them is the InStream ad, and that's the one that most of you are probably familiar with. It's the one that everybody thinks about when they think of YouTube ads, right? Then we have the video discovery ad, which they just renamed a couple weeks ago. This used to be called an in-display ad, but now they're calling them video discovery ad, which actually makes a little bit more sense. So both these types of ads are what are called true view video ads. So you or your client, whoever's paying for the traffic, only pays when somebody elects to watch your video. So it's essentially advertising by invitation. And we'll get into exactly what I'm talking about there in a minute, but just know that the InStream ad, that's sort of like the television commercial. It pops up before you want to watch your video, right? And the video discovery ad basically helps you promote different video content, or just videos really, and those can be triggered by searches. This is actually a YouTube search right here. These 2 ads pop up in the top. So those are the 2 types of ads we'll be talking about. Now, how many of you are familiar with these types of ads and have used them in your business or in a client's business before? I know we've all seen them, but how many of you have used them? Let's see here. Let me know in the chat box. All right, looking like most people are saying they have not. A couple yeses.
Yeah, looks like this is going to be new, good information.
All right, cool. Well, reason number 1, and this is honestly one of my favorite reasons why I love using these types of ads, is you only pay if somebody actually watches your video. So what do I mean by that? Well, there are a few different true view video formats, like I mentioned. There's the video discovery and the InStream ad. So with an InStream ad, you can see right here, how will I be charged? Well, for videos 30 seconds or longer, you're charged when the viewer reaches the 30-second point of the video. So that means you get a full 30 seconds of engagement before you actually get charged the pennies for your video ad, which is awesome. Now, to put that in comparison, actually, that's what my next slide is. I was getting a little ahead. Views versus impressions. Let's cover that real quick. But an impression is when somebody sees your ad as either an in-display, and a video discovery. See, I'm already messing those 2 up because they just changed it. But somebody sees your ad as a video discovery ad or an in-stream ad. So if you watch my video ad for 29 seconds and skip it, right, that counts as an impression, not a view. So a view is what happens when somebody actually watches your video. And like I said a little bit earlier, I want to put that into comparison with that 30 seconds. Well, Facebook charges you or counts a view as 3 seconds, right? And a lot of these videos are autoplay as well on Facebook. And that's just not enough time to even get your message across, right? YouTube lets you get your message out there for a full 5 seconds before somebody even has the option to skip your ad. And then you have 30 seconds to capture their attention, convey your message, and if they skip, you don't pay. So we're talking massive engagement for next to no cost, right? Now, reason number 2 is these are extremely cheap views that do sales. So this is just a screenshot from one of my campaigns right here. I was actually targeting business owners who were interested in SEO, right? And you could see I was getting 1 cent views. So, and look at all these impressions. I got 23,000 impressions. I only paid for the views, so I paid 1 cent per view and was able to reach a massive number of business owners for practically nothing. Now, a lot of people always ask, that's great, but do those cheap views turn into sales? And the answer is yes. So this right here, this is a conversion column. And basically what this means, a conversion is when I made a sale or had somebody sign up to my email list, or basically one of the people who watched my ads took my desired action. Well, right here you can see 23 cents per conversion, 40 cents per conversion, and 47 cents per conversion. Very, very cheap for conversions, considering on Facebook, a lot of times you'll pay this much for a single click. So pretty cool stuff. Now, like I said, these ads are dirt cheap. This is just a quick example from the Google Display Planner. So you can expect to pay about 3 cents per view targeting people who are in the market for. So this is an in-market audience. That means they're actively shopping for insurance. So you could do like CPA offers or something like that to insurance people. Well, 3 cents per view. Another one with people shopping for loans, 4 cents per view, right? And then here's another one, attorneys, 4 cents per view. Now, if you were to target these people anywhere else, you would be paying, especially on like regular AdWords or something, you would be paying out the wazoo. It's like for lawyers or whatever, attorneys. Last time I checked, I think it was $100 and some for a single click back to a website. And the cool thing about this is it's the exact same traffic that you can get from AdWords or from Google, because this is Google and AdWords, right? You get to tap into all of that. So very cool. Now, cheap views definitely do turn into profit. I just want to show this real quick. This is from one of my campaigns right here. I spent $81, right? And I was getting email opt-ins for 54 cents, and it cost me $10.14 to make a sale of a $97 product. And this is an older version of Video Ads Crash Course I was selling. So I was basically paying $10 to get somebody to pay me $97. Now, that was pretty awesome, right? And then there's the rest of the funnel, and it was converting really well. So these cheap views do turn into profit. Now, reason number 3 is because of the targeting options. I really like this one. So there's 2 targeting options that really rock, and they let you steal traffic from your competitors or your competition, or even just other similar niches on YouTube. So those are done through what are called placements, right? And what a placement does is it essentially lets you put your ad in front of other relevant videos. And if the video is monetized, they allow you to do that. So right here's a quick example. So I did a quick search for how to fly a drone for beginners, and I clicked the very first video that showed up, right? It was, I don't know, beginner's tutorial about flying this drone. When I clicked on that video, this InStream ad showed up, and it's from these lowpro.com drone guard people. And this is an extremely well-targeted ad. I was very excited to find this because, as you can see, this is a drone guard backpack, and this is actually the DJI Phantom, which is the exact drone that they are talking about in this video. So it really does not get any more targeted than that. Somebody's watching a video about how to fly their new DJI Phantom, and this drone guard backpack pops up saying, hey, we know you have this drone because we're special like that, but we know you have this drone. You're going to need this backpack to protect it. It's it's amazingly targeted, and you could do this in literally any niche. So pretty cool stuff there, right? Now, this is just a little bit, what can you do with a placement? Well, placements allow you to target different YouTube channels, so you can target entire YouTube channels on YouTube. You can put specific videos, like they did in this case, where they said, okay, we're going to put this DJI in the video, in front of the video about DJI Phantom, or you can target sites across the Google Display Network. So let's say we have a dog training product or something, right? Well, look at all these views. It's just a quick search that I did. This pulls all of the videos from YouTube all about dog training, right? And you can see how many views these have, and all of these allow you to put your ad in front of them. And these have millions of views. So there's a lot of traffic out there. It's pretty awesome. Now, placements work for YouTube, and as I mentioned, they work on other websites as well. So let's say you're trying to target business owners. And that's a great question about e-commerce and physical products. I will actually have a case study in here specifically about that just for you. So yeah, basically these placements work for other websites as well. So this is a YouTube video ad right here on Forbes.com. So if you're trying to target the audience that Forbes.com has, you could put that as a placement, and your video ad will then run on Forbes.com. And then you could have a cool banner saying, as seen on Forbes, no, right? But you could put your ad on Forbes.com for next to nothing, right? For pennies. Now, the second targeting group that I like so much is keywords. Now, keywords let you tap into the fact that YouTube is the #2 search engine on the web behind Google. So there is a ton of search traffic, and the cool thing about the search traffic on here is a lot of these people are searching for solutions to their problem. Right? So right here you can see I search for drone flying, and these ads pop up, right? So it's probably just targeted by this keyword drone. And as you can see, here are 2 video discovery ads. This one is the DJI Phantom by DJI, and this is these Easy Vid people run a lot of these types of ads. Basically it'd be like 2016's best top 10, whatever your keyword is, right? And they push this back to an affiliate site where they make commissions every time somebody buys one of the drones they review. So tons of search traffic, and you could see how you could easily jump to the top, no SEO required, and basically get instant results and very targeted traffic to your videos, right? So everybody's probably wanting to know where that case study is. So let's go ahead and dive in, right? All right. Yeah. No, gifts are the best. So, I just wanted to share what exactly is possible with just one day of running a video ad, and I put in about 1 hour of work with this one. So this was actually a physical product. I was promoting it as an affiliate, and I'll show you the ad. You'll get to see it all in just a second here. But this, you can see, this is from April 14th, 2016. And so this is just one day. I spent $5.86, and you can see here's exactly what my 2 ads look. Or it was one ad. I was split testing the ad copy. So you can see I got 122 views, 5 cents a view, and it cost me $5.86. Now this is my ad. I actually found it. So I did a search on YouTube for a tactical pen, and here's another one of those Easy Vid people that I was talking about. Top 7 tactical pens of 2016, right? Same kind of thing. So somebody does a search for tactical pen, and there is a lot of search volume for this actually. This pen could save you is what shows up, and this is my ad in red, and it's basically discreet limited edition tactical blah blah blah, minute and 14 seconds, right? This wasn't even my video also, and I'll explain a little bit about that in a second here. But right here, April 14th, 2016, you could see survival pen right there. I made $49.61 in affiliate commissions. Now, that was with about an hour of work, and remember, I spent, what was it, $5 in some sense, call it $6. So we made a $43 profit, basically, from one day of work, not even a whole day, basically an hour of work. And it was extremely simple to do, and I didn't even have a video. What I did is I reached out to these people and just asked them, hey, can I can I use your video on your sales page? I like it. And they were like, sure. And all I did was upload that to YouTube and start pushing traffic to it. So pretty cool stuff. Now, here's exactly what you need to do to set up a successful campaign like that. So step number one is get YouTube and AdWords. Now, it sounds pretty simple, right? Well, YouTube, basically, tons of search traffic. It actually reaches more adults in the US that are aged 18 to 34 than any cable network. And we all know how expensive cable advertising is. It's very expensive to run television commercials. It's definitely not as cheap as YouTube. And the engagement, you don't even know if somebody, a lot of people TiVo that and skip it, right? There are over 6 billion hours of YouTube videos watched every single month, which is almost an hour for every person on Earth. And this is our main content platform, and it also helps us facilitate discussion, and we get a lot of organic traffic, basically evergreen traffic from this once you start running videos or running ads to your videos, right? They like naturally rank in the search engines, which is really cool. Now, then we have AdWords for video. And these are very cheap right now. There's very little competition. Most people don't know where to start. And it's extremely easy to target any audience, as I talked about a little bit earlier, because all you have to do is target them by the keywords they're searching for, and also by the keywords they're searching for and using those placements, right? Now, step number two is find an offer to promote. And I've seen a few people asking about, offline businesses, or what about local? This is great for local as well, and I'll explain that in a little bit here. This is just a quick little, what's possible extremely quickly case study kind of thing. So step number two, we're going to find an offer to promote. I went over to ClickBank. This is the exact offer I promoted, the Stinger Self-Defense Tactical Pen, and you can see that, it's $20, whatever you get, $20 a sale. So pretty cool stuff, 11% conversion rate, blah, blah, blah. So pretty cool. Found that offer on ClickBank. It's like, all right, I'm going to promote it. Got my link. Oops, there we go. Step number three is get a sales video or make a review video and add your calls to action. So this was their sales page, right? So what I did is I just went over here and asked them. I liked their sales video a lot, and asked them, hey, can I have that video? They said sure, and I just uploaded it to a YouTube channel. Step number four is set up your ad campaign, and that is what I did right here. We spent that $5.86. Here's the ad right here. It's the exact same video that they had. And then you start getting traffic, right? And this is just to kind of show right here, look, 1 cent views on some of these campaigns, 3 cent views, 2 cent views, 1 cent. Very, very cheap views. And right here, this is from one of my campaigns. I spent $100, and $100 is kind of the magic number. I just want you to remember that number, because I'm actually going to show you in a little bit how to get Google to give you $100 so that you can start running your own ads today and not have to pay for them, right? So Google gives you $100. So with that $100, I was able to make 17 sales of one of my products, costing me just $5.88 to make a sale from from this campaign, right? And Kevin was asking, did they send me the video or did I need to rip it? They said that's fine, you can use it. And I just pulled it off the sales page. I pulled the source code and downloaded the video, right? Okay, so let's talk a little bit about when to use each type of ad, because that type of ad in the case study was a video discovery ad, right? And the reason being, it was just a little bit too long for an InStream ad. So these InStream ads, keep in mind, they're sort of interruption traffic, right? So somebody wants to watch their YouTube video and they see your InStream ad pop up. Well, most of the time they're not going to be like, awesome, I get to watch an ad before before this video that I really wanted to watch, right? So it's an interruption type of traffic. And these work best for videos that are under 2 minutes for that exact reason. Now, the best targeting option with these InStream ads is using placements, and basically like that DJI Phantom video that I talked about a little bit earlier. Well, that's a very well-placed ad, so it's not going to seem so much like interruption if you can kind of bridge that gap between, hey, you're watching a video about drones, well, check out this cool backpack, right? It doesn't seem like an interruption. It seems like a very well-placed ad, and I'm sure that ad does really well for them, right? Now, then we have the video discovery ad. And the cool thing about this is, like I said, these take advantage of the fact that YouTube is the second largest search engine on the web behind Google. So this is curiosity traffic. And a lot of people will do a search on YouTube for something they need, and if your thumbnail and your ad copy matches up with what they're searching for, odds are they're going to click on it. And if they don't, who cares, because you're not paying for the impressions, right? You're just paying for the views. So this video type of ad, or this type of ad, works best with any type of video. I've promoted entire webinar replays. I've promoted video sales letters. You know, I have students that promote CPA offers, all kinds of stuff. And the best targeting option for these ones are what are called keywords, right? We all know what keywords are, but best targeting option is keywords. So let's go ahead and make the jump on over to the internet. I want to pull these ads up and just kind of show you how they function on YouTube, and then I'm going to give you a quick rundown on how to get Google to pay for this and how to set your first ad up very quickly. So bear with me for 1 second. I'm going to pull up YouTube and we'll get going. Is that making sense to everybody so far? Any questions? Now's actually a pretty good time to, if you noticed any questions.
Yeah, I mean, we had some questions that were, you know, out there, but like people want to know if you want to do CPA. Some of these might be good to save to the Q&A, and we can go over some stuff again.
Cool, cool. And yeah, David, I don't personally do CPA, but I actually just got a testimonial. I actually just shared it with Val right before this call. One of my students from, I don't know, he's been a student for a year or so now. He actually had his first $6,000 profit day the other day promoting CPA offers. Using these types of ads. It's crazy. Like, I was stoked for him when he was like, I made $700 today. I was like, awesome. Actually, I'll have a screenshot of that later. I'll show you. But yeah, more on that in a bit. So let's just go ahead and do a quick search. Let's go with the flying a drone, right? So flying a drone. And so this is Welcome to the Drone Age and 2016's best top 10 drones. You can see they actually changed up their thumbnail a little bit as well. So these are those, I almost called them in-display ads. These are those video discovery ads, right? And you can see right here, here's the best top 10 drones. If we click on this and watch it, this is, I'm pretty sure these are, you know, they just kind of walk through each of the drones. Here's what's good about them, blah, blah, blah. And you can actually click here and it takes you back to their page, which is just full of affiliate links, right? So that's how these people are making money. You have to click see price. These are actually all Amazon affiliate links, right? So with these types of ads, you're going to want to use a call to action, like I mentioned, and one that works really well is right here. Just click here to see what we're talking about, right? Pretty simple. These people could have used a couple calls to action in the videos, but you know, whatever. Be working for them because they've ran 60,000 views through this video, and they wouldn't be doing that if they weren't making sales, right? So that's the one type of ad right there, and that's the video discovery ad, right? So let's see, this may or may not have an ad. Perfect. Sweet. All right, so right here you can see this is a silver car ad. This is probably just a general targeting that they're using, maybe some broad targeting or people who drive cars, because who knows. But as you can see right here, we've got, mute that, an ad. So we have to watch it for 5 seconds before we're allowed to skip. And this is just a quick tip for everybody out there in the audience. Basically, you have 5 seconds to capture their attention, right? So you want to make your video right off the bat. You want to make it, you know, some kind of pattern interrupt. You don't want it to be boring. This one seems kind of boring to me. I'm going to skip it. But as you can see, this shows up before the video ad. So make an impression in the first 5 seconds, right? Now, the other thing I want to point out about these types of ads. So this is a minute-long video. So if I watch 29 seconds of this video and then I skip it, oh, I just realized that's Troy Aikman and that dude from Sarah Silverman's show, I think. But But basically, if I skip this ad before 30 seconds, the advertiser does not pay. But I watched half of their video almost, if I got that far. They got 30 seconds, and look, silver car. They're getting their branding out there. Here's a link to their website right down here in the bottom left-hand corner. So that's the call to action. That is not how you should be using that, by the way. Their call to action is going directly to the exact same video, and they have a call to action under the fold. There's another tip right there. If you're going to put a call to action in your description, make sure it's in the first sentence, because nobody wants to click down here and find their call to action. It just doesn't.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, that's for running over 1 million views through this. They could probably use a little bit of consulting. So,
Yeah.
but normally, this right here, the silvercar.com, would actually take you to silvercar.com. So instead of linking back to the exact same video, it would actually take you. Yeah, they even got there. Okay. Anyway, it would actually take you to their landing page where you could get a little bit more information, and ideally, there would be a lead capture on there. They would be able to capture the lead and follow up via email marketing at some point. But, but anyway, you get the point. If somebody clicks on this, that also counts as a view. It brings them to the website, and then those people get more information about the product or service, right? So if I skip this, though, they don't pay, but they will because I already clicked on their thing right there. So those are the two types of ads. This right here, you can actually see Denver accident attorneys. Somebody was asking a little bit earlier about those local ads. Well, I'm glad this is like working out perfectly. Usually I can't even find ads on these calls. But right here, Denver accident attorneys. This is a video discovery ad, and this is content. They're doing a good job, actually. Injuries and insurance. They're just talking a little bit about what happens when a car hits you and you total the whole car because you're super strong or something, right? So, so this is that ad, and they actually have no call to action either. But this is a local, a local attorney that is running traffic to me because I'm in Denver, right? So that's kind of how you use these things for local businesses. They work very, very well. And you can actually do geo-targeting, all that good stuff as well.
Cool. For those of you that are like in the local space, I mean, you can take this as an example of how you can get business, because this guy does not have a call to action. So that is an easy place to go add value for the guy.
Right. I mean, you could reach out to this guy right here. I mean, he's got all his, if we actually click on this, and this is what I do sometimes. Whenever I see ads, I like to kind of follow them all the way back through, come through, check out their about, and here's his phone number kind of thing. You say, hey, I saw your ad on YouTube. That's great. I actually run YouTube ads. I might be able to help you. I've noticed a few things that'll help you get more leads, blah, blah, blah. So huge source of traffic. Also, if you do want to run these, here's a great source of traffic. And this is actually going to lead me up to, I'll show you exactly how to set these up. So here we go. We got Yellow Pages. They've got 19,607 videos. Now, these are all local businesses, right? And if we click on videos over here, here's the newest added. Let's kind of scroll down because these are all pretty new. But keep in mind, these businesses are paying Yellow Pages to make these videos for them, right? These businesses know the value of advertising. Otherwise, they would not be on Yellow Pages' YouTube channel, right? Well, look at this. 6 days this has been up. They got a whopping 14 views. That's over 2 views per day, right? So right here, let's say we want to get in contact with these Titan Car Care Center people, and we say, hey, we saw your video on Yellow Pages. We want to know if you want a little bit of help running some traffic to that and getting a bunch of views, right? They've paid for the video. Of course, they're going to want it done. So I'm just going to take this URL right here, and let's say we got in contact with them, and they're like, all right, yeah, we want you to set up our video ad for us, and we're going to pay you for it, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scroll all the way down to the bottom of YouTube. And at the bottom, in the footer link, you can see this little advertise button. So we're just going to click advertise. Now, right here, somewhere, boom, right here. Get $100 free credit when you spend just $25 on video ads. I've actually found that all you have to do is you put your email in here, click send me my code, and they spit out a code. And what happens is you put that code into your AdWords account, and you actually don't even have to spend $25. I've found that as soon as you start running traffic, they say, awesome, thanks, here's your $100. And so then you have $100 in your account that you can use, and you saw what, how far that $100 goes in some of those previous slides. So we get $100 free credit. This works for any new AdWords account. And if we're running traffic for whoever we were running traffic for that we were talking about in the previous example, we can actually give them that as a signing bonus. And I've actually done that for clients in the past. I'm like, hey, when you sign up, I'm going to give you $100 in free advertising credit, right? Hey, what's up, Jeremy? Good to see you. So here we are with setting up our first ad campaign. And remember, all we did was click Get Started when we went to youtube.com/advertise, right? Or click that link in the footer. So here we're just going to go ahead and paste our video URL. And this is the quick and easy setup. There's obviously the more in-depth setup in AdWords, but for time's sake, this is the fast and easy way to get your ad up and running. So we just paste our video right there, and you can see what it's going to look like when people browse the internet. That's kind of like that Forbes.com ad I showed you earlier. This is the video discovery ad. Almost called it in display. And this is an InStream ad, right? So this is where we set up our ad copy for the video discovery ad. We just throw a headline in here. It used to be they only allowed you to put 25 characters in the headline. Now they allow 99. So they actually increased that quite a bit. So you get 99 characters for your headline. Then we've got, it says use 2 description lines. This is just a little bit more about this. They allow characters in each of these. It might be 35 in each of those. So you fill out your ad copy. Pick a thumbnail. This is very, very important. You want a very compelling thumbnail, because if you've noticed on YouTube, all of this is very, very visually oriented, right? So when somebody does a search, if your thumbnail pops out, you're going to catch their attention, and odds are they're probably going to watch your video. So pick a compelling thumbnail. You can use a custom thumbnail, which you can actually do on YouTube. Click continue, whatever. Here's where we choose, where do people who click my ad go? Well, do they go to my YouTube channel? You can have them do that if you want, or you could send them to your website. And this applies to the InStream ad, right? So website, that little link that we saw when we were looking at that silver car ad, and I clicked on it and it took us to a video. What they did is they put their video URL right here instead of their actual website, when they should have put their website. From there,
while you're still here, Woodrow had asked if InStream ads convert better. You had a couple options.
Yeah. So it depends is the answer. I like using that. So the cool thing about InStream ads is you're going to get an increase in traffic. You're going to get probably a lot more traffic because you're targeting. I guess it actually depends on how you're targeting, but usually with InStream ads, you're targeting a little more broad, unless you're using that placement targeting. When you're using that placement targeting, those convert extremely well, but at the same time, so do the video discovery ads. So if we come back over here to YouTube, think about it. When somebody's searching for whatever, like brewing kombucha, oops. So if somebody's like, I want to learn how to brew kombucha at home, there's no ads here, right? So you could literally, if you had some kombucha brewing kit or whatever, which I've actually seen some ads for those before up here, so I thought I'd find one. But it doesn't get much more targeted than that either. When somebody searches for how do I brew kombucha at home, and you have, hey, here's a free download for how to brew kombucha at home, right? Or we're going to give you an infographic, blah, blah, blah. Those convert extremely well also. So honestly, they both do really well. It just depends on what you want to do. All right. And yeah, Cornell, you can create an ad and send somebody to your YouTube channel to subscribe. That works. It works really well, actually, because you're keeping them on YouTube, and they really like that, or people really like that. So then we decide how much to spend. They recommend you start with a $10 budget. That's fine, whatever. Then you could set your max cost per view right here. Set it to 1 cent. You can see with the daily budget of $10, we're going to get 900 to 1,000 views. well, if our max cost per view is 1 cent, we're going to get 1,000 views. But we set our cost per view there. Click continue. Then we get into our targeting. So we set our locations here. Once we actually finish this up, it'll take us into AdWords. Once we click save and continue, we could add those placements. You could do geo targeting or basically like location targeting. You could do radius targeting around a business. One of my first clients was actually a sushi restaurant, and we ran ads within a 10-mile radius of their business right before lunchtime. Said, hey, we have this killer lunch special. Here's our address. Come in, mention this ad, get a whatever 10% off kind of thing. It worked extremely well, and we were using radius targeting there. Then we choose which type of ad we want. So searching on YouTube, those are those video discovery ads. Watching YouTube, those are those InStream ads. People browsing the web, that's like that Forbes.com example I showed earlier. Then we get into our demographics, age, gender, and what interests they have. There's a ton of different interests in here. And like I said, this is the quick and easy setup. So from here, we just click save and continue, and our ad would start running. But what would happen is that would take us into AdWords and allow us to basically, it would take us into AdWords and allow us to add the placements and all that good stuff. But I'm not actually going to set this up because I don't want to run traffic to Yellow Pages videos. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and jump back into the slides. I see a ton of questions, so we actually have Q&A coming up pretty quickly here, so bear with me, and we will pull those slides back up. Does it make sense to everybody so far? Everything?
I think there might be a little bit of confusion because people are asking if they have to make their own videos. So
that's actually a pretty good question. Let me show you a quick way that you don't actually have to make your own video. So let's see, let's just do a quick search for, I don't know, somebody throw out a niche. And there is no daily minimum budget. I've ran $1 in views per day before just to kind of seed some views. Yeah.
Watches. David O'Neill with watches.
Okay, let's see. Watches for men. Okay. So, man, here we go. These, cool. I'm glad these showed up. So, I mean, think about it. Look, people are searching for watches for men.
I don't see anything on the screen right now.
Oops. I switched over. It's because I had the PowerPoint slides up.
There we
How's
go.
that?
Perfect. Perfect.
Okay, so I did a search for watches for men, right? So right here, like geometry of time, whatever, here's a fossil ad. These are very well targeted ads. So when people are searching for watches for men, these ads show up, right? So what I'm going to do is, we'll ignore those for now. We're going to click this filters button. And we're going to come over here to features and click Creative Commons. Now, just want to preface this by saying I think you should make your own ad because of the fact that you get to, you control everything when you make your own ad. But check this out. So let's say here's the 5 best watches for any style. Let's say we like this video. So I click Creative Commons. This actually has an ad on it for writing grammatically. Skip that. Pause this. So let's say we really like this video, 5 best watch styles, right? So we're going to come down here, and you could see this license right here. It says Creative Commons Attribution License Reuse is allowed. So if we click on that, that's weird. It actually is not. Usually there's a remix button under here. So let me do this They may have just updated this. Let's see. Let's try this one here. Weird. Okay, it might just be this channel. So sometimes you have to search a little bit more. Let's say we really like this one right here, right? This may let us do it. View attributions. Okay, here's a better way to get this to work every time. So let's go to youtube.com/editor. Right? And what we're doing is we're going to use this Creative Commons license. So we're going to click this CC right here. Boom. And we're just going to search for watches for men. Right? And boom. Here's all of these videos that have a Creative Commons attribution license, which means we can use these for our own video ads. So let's say we like this one right here. Let's just drag and drop it. 40 seconds, good. It's actually that same video. They must have taken away that thing there. But here we go. Here's the watch video. Basically, this probably isn't the best example. I would usually go and do a little bit more digging and find a little bit better video that's not grainy and stuff. But over here, we can take some text. You can enable text. It'll make an overlay. You could say, like, click here to get watches or something like that. And you can see there, you could change the height. You can make it not see-through. You can make it see-through. Probably want to change the size there. But yeah, we could put calls to action in these videos that aren't even ours, right? From here, we're just going to name this like watches or something. And we're just going to click create video. And that's going to take this video, push it into our YouTube channel, and it's going to become our video, right? So you actually don't have to make your own video there. So pretty cool stuff there. And you cannot put a PayPal button inside of your videos, but you could say click here to get watches, and you can associate your website, and you could use annotations to push traffic to any page you would like. So let's see here. Let's jump back into the slides. So yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. I completely forgot to do that. All right, everybody see this jump to hyperspace now?
Whee!
Yeah, and you can add more to that video. Definitely. You can add more, for sure. There's like, you can add multiple videos, do all that stuff. So you've all seen what is possible, and you've seen the power of the dark side, right? I like Star Wars, and I like GIFs, as you can tell. So you've seen how awesome this is. We talked about how you don't have to actually pay for any videos if nobody watches them, or sorry, you only pay if somebody actually watches, right? I even showed you how to get Google to pay for your ads up front by giving you that $100 ad credit. And remember, that $100 ad credit, you can get 1 cent views, and I made 17 sales of a product with that $100, and that was straight profit in my pocket, right? Now, I showed you how to do it the quick and easy way, but what if you had an easy-to-use system to help you laser target your audience and dominate your market? Well, what if I could take you by the hand and walk you through every step of the way to make sure that you were able to put this system to work and get it profiting for you today? Now, you and I both know that people attend these workshops and end up doing nothing with the information, and it's not because they can't, but it's because they don't take action. Now, I know you're smart enough to take the info from today and do this on your own, but I also know that you're smart enough to know that your time is valuable, and sometimes it's easier to let somebody show you how to do all of this step by step. And that's exactly what I've been doing for my clients and my students over the past few years, and that's what I want to do for you today, which is why I've put together Video Ads Crash Course 3.0. Now, inside this course, this is the most up-to-date video ads training on the market right now. They actually just made a bunch of changes in YouTube and AdWords, and those are all covered inside the training. So module number 1, we talk about the big picture, why video ads, right? What's possible, best options. Module 2, long-term success strategies. This is all about setting up your YouTube channel the right way the first time so you can leverage that for long-term profits, right? So one of our channels actually just about to hit 26,000 subscribers, and we're able to, we have sponsors with that channel. We're doing product placement videos, affiliate marketing, and that's constantly making us money every day on autopilot. So we talk about that in Module 2. Module 3, we talk about easy and effective YouTube ads. What are the ads, when you should use them, why to use them, how to use them. Module 4, we dive into AdWords for video, and I give you the rundown on the entire platform, so when you start to run your ads, you're completely familiar with it. Module 5 is all about the targeting. I cover every single targeting option and break it all down in an easy-to-digest, over-the-shoulder fashion. Module number 6 is all about setting up your campaigns. You get to watch over the shoulder as I set that campaign up. Module 7 is all about, basically Module 6, you have to actually set up your conversion tracking and everything, right? Calls to action. I talk about all the different calls to action, how not to make the mistakes that you saw on the call today, which actually works perfectly, because, remember when we saw that silver car thing? Well, they had no calls to action. They didn't even have their link in their description. So we talk about all the different calls to action, when to use them. Module 7 is over-the-shoulder campaign setup. Module 8 is all about reporting, scaling, and profits. And Module 9 is all about landing pages. Google does ban people, sometimes for life, if they have non-compliant landing pages. But this module is going to walk you through everything you need to have and not have on your page to ensure that you don't run into those problems, right? Now, I also want to make sure that you are 100% ready to rock with this system, which is why we have piled on some really awesome bonuses. Now, one of the bonuses is a video scripting guide. This is going to walk you through exactly how to script your video ads for maximum conversions. Now, I've tested a number of different scripts. This script wins every single time, right? Now, I've also got a drag and drop YouTube channel art creator. Now, obviously having a YouTube channel is a huge part of this system because we're talking YouTube ads, right? You have to have your video hosted on YouTube. Well, you want to have a professional looking channel, and this is a drag and drop piece of software that's going to allow you to quickly and easily create these types of, or basically your channel art, and I'll actually demo that in a second here. But it is a bonus as well. We've got the video ad quick start guide. I talk a little bit more about using those Creative Commons videos, exactly how to do it, how to add multiple videos together, and how to use that to create ads, right? So that's another one. Then for all of you local marketers, I've got Video Ads Crash Course Local Edition. Now, this walks you through every step of the process, from lead gen to contracts to closing your clients to what to charge them, reporting back to them. This covers everything you need to know about offering this as a service to other businesses. And I just want to kind of talk briefly on that. I charge my clients $3,000 a month for AdWords management, right? For video ads management and YouTube management, and that does not include their ad spend. That is just my fee. So there's some serious money to be made with these types of ads, offering them as a service to other people. Now, another bonus, we're going to be doing a live case study training where I'm going to break down, a number of case studies. There's a couple of them where we actually made, for every dollar we spent on ads, we made $91 back. So we spent $1 and we got $91 back. So I'm going to break that down. We'll talk about affiliate marketing, physical products, a bunch of stuff. We've actually done some Shopify, free plus shipping things. We've got a ton of awesome training, and that's going to be a live bonus call that you're going to get to attend as well. Then one of my favorites is the Video Ads Mastermind group. Now, this is a mastermind full of action takers, right? Now, I'm in there every day. People like Nancy, she got her first ad set up, checked this morning, 322 views. Kieran got his $75 credit. They upped that to 100 now, so you're a little bit better off than Kieran. But yeah, he's got ads running and flowing. Now, a little bit ago, I talked about this guy, Brian Gonzalez. Now, right here you can see, he says, all right, I'm super stoked. I made $792 in affiliate commissions today. And I commented, nice, I'm stoked to see you getting numbers like that. And Brian says, YouTube ads is my source, and I learned that from you. So Brian is one of my students. Brian's in that mastermind. He's the guy doing the CPA stuff. And like I said, he just had his first $6,000 day the other day. Then we've got Josh Elder in here. He's getting 51-cent leads and a 50% conversion rate using these types of ads, right? So quick bonus stack real quick. You get that Video Ads Quick Start Guide that usually sells for $47. Bonus case study training, $197, because we break down everything for you. Video scripting guide, $97. Mastermind, $197. You get Video Ads Crash Course, that should say 3.0. That usually, Video Ads Crash Course 3.0 and 2.0 usually sell for $97, right? But you're not going to pay anything near that today because we got a special launch deal going on. Then AdWords for Video Local Edition, $197, and that drag and drop channel art creator sells for $97. So total value of all this is $929. I'm also backing it with a 100% 30-day money-back guarantee. So take this system, put it to work for you. you know, if for some odd reason you're not seeing views, or maybe you just don't use it and you want your money back, no questions asked, shoot me an email, I'll get you refunded as long as you're within those 30 days. Now, I'm taking the risk on for the product for you, and Google is taking the risk on with the ad spend. So we're not actually supposed to go live for another 9 minutes, but here is the link for everybody. It's just getvideoadscrashcourse.com. And I'm going to go ahead and if you want to drop that in the chat box, Val, that would be awesome. And I'm going to pull up that channel art creator, show you all how that works real quick. It's a really cool piece of software. And then we will open up for Q&A. I saw the chat box was going kind of crazy. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I'm going through the questions. Oops. Uh-oh.
All right.
Sorry, I was getting the link so I could post it, and your video started to play. All right.
Cool. All right, let me pull that up real quick. Awesome.
And let me get back to questions.
That only came to us.
As far as the questions, guys, I'm going back through for ones that we missed, and they just go so fast. If you've got something you really want to ask, go ahead and ask it again so that I don't miss it. You know, Justin, there were a couple of questions about charging local clients. What have you done in the past? Like, is percentage or money up front?
So it depends. I have a few different ways that I structure some of my deals. Personally, now my favorite, I was doing the, hey, you pay me $3,000 a month, I manage all this, but it just wasn't too motivating for me. So what I actually do now is I do a percentage of sales. I do revenue share, and I only take on deals that I know are going to, I check out their funnel. I'm like, all right, this is great. I'll start running traffic, and you give me whatever 30% of the profit. And people are usually stoked on that. But another one, some businesses don't necessarily have an offer that they're pushing like that. They just want more exposure. And in that case, I charge them a monthly retainer. I have done a percentage in the past, but the only problem with doing it that way is these ads are really cheap. Which, I mean, that's not a problem as an advertiser, but when you're trying to make money off of people running ads and you're saying, okay, well, your views are costing 1 cent, I want 10% of your ad spend, you're getting like a penny every 10 views. So it just doesn't add up. So I like to charge that monthly retainer, and I always charge a setup fee, always, because there's setting up their YouTube channel, linking the sites, setting up conversion tracking, which is actually something Neil asked about, and I definitely cover conversion tracking in there. We talk about setting all that up, because if you're not tracking your conversions, you're flying blind, right?
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, let's see.
Now the chat is jumping all over the place.
Right. Okay, let's see.
Do you have any tips of getting new accounts for if someone's account has been banned?
So you can call AdWords, and a lot of times they'll reinstate you if you just kind of explain, hey, here's what happened. But if that doesn't happen, if they don't reinstate you, one thing you can do is just open another account. Right. I mean, you're not supposed to, but if like one thing, I run all of my stuff through My Client Center, and I talk about that in the training, actually. How exactly do you set up a My Client Center? Well, that's all covered in there, and that basically manages multiple accounts, and then I have my clients set up accounts for me, just so I'm not actually setting up accounts just in case anything happens. I don't want to get banned, so I have my clients set up accounts. But I've had clients that had accounts banned before, and they just set up a new account with a different credit card. How
much time does it take you to actually run a client's account? Like, how many hours do you think you put in once your ads are set up?
Yeah, so I mean the first month, this is why I charge a setup fee. The first month is a little bit not like that labor intensive, but I mean you got to link up their website. Obviously, there's that whole onboarding process of taking on a new client. So I always charge the setup fee. That's about like my $3,000 kind of thing, and then I just keep charging $3,000. I usually waive the setup fee, is what I say, but it's basically once you get everything set up, you can monitor these campaigns and report back to your client. I'd say maybe hour a day max, like at the most. And that's you don't even have to jump in there every single day.
Right.
So, so this right here, can everybody see my screen again? It should just be the channel art creator. So this is one of the bonuses that you get. It's got all these different templates in here. This green living one's one of my favorites. But as you can see, we click on it. Everything is drag and drop. You can upload your own images, all the text. You can change it to whatever you want just by clicking and drag and drop. You can change the colors. You can add all kinds of stuff. We can load up our own images. You can add text, social icons, images, shapes. You can add different effects like patterns, changes the background, I believe, social styles, light, all that good stuff. So you actually get free access to this with the as one of the bonuses, and that's in the members area. So you get your own account for this everything. People sell these types of things on Fiverr all day for like 15, 20 bucks for like one channel art template or channel art background. And the cool thing is this actually has all of the YouTube specs in here, so I can see, all right, I moved that over too far. Well, we want to keep it right here, and you can see this is what it looks like, and here's your area, blah blah blah. So
here's a brand new testimonial from Jeremy, who we both know. He says, I've been hitting 3 to 4 figures on affiliate promos using YouTube and YouTube ads for months now, using this exact same training. He said, I learned from Brian, who we saw his testimonial,
nice.
And he learned it from you. Works like gangbusters.
Awesome.
That's exciting.
Sweet. Cool, man.
Hey, Justin, this is a question from Kevin. Can you put annotations with CTA links right in your ad?
Yes.
There you go.
And actually, that's one of the modules in the course. That's why everyone's like, "What? Only $27? It should have been $297." Sorry, that just makes me laugh. And just completely transparent. There is one OTO. It's just one. And actually, since everybody's on the call, we got a little bit of time to kill anyway. So let me go ahead and show you exactly what that is, because it's very, very cool. Let's see here.
It's awesome sauce. And actually, this is going to, when you show them the OTO, this is going to answer a couple other questions people had about placing ads on other people's videos.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So basically what happens here, this is called TubeSift, and this is my software. So when I first started running these ads for clients, I was over here on YouTube, and let's say, let's go with watches, right? Since we were looking for that. So watches. Let's say I was running a campaign for a watch dealer or something. Well, as I mentioned, those InStream ads work best as or if you use placement targeting. So what I would do is I would come over here, I would click on this. All right, well, this is Robert Downey Jr. showing off his epic watch collection. People watching this like watches, right? So
we can't see the screen again.
Oh, man, every time. There we go. How's that?
Yep, perfect.
Okay, so as you can see, here's an ad about Robert Downey Jr. showing off his epic watch collection. So what I would do here is I would be like, okay, this has an ad. Great. Well, I'm going to go ahead and copy this video URL, and I would put it in a spreadsheet because I know that this has monetization enabled. Then I would come back, and I would say, okay, here's buying cheap watches. Here's another one about watches. I click on this. Okay, good. This also allows us to put our ad in front of it because it has an ad. So, sweet. Then I'm going to put that one into our spreadsheet. And then I just go down the list. I was spending hours of time doing this, and it wasn't very fun. So as soon as I started making money from these types of ads, I invested in having this software built, right? And so let's just do a quick search for watches, right? And you could choose anywhere from 10 to 300 results. We've got some advanced settings in here, but what I'm looking for is monetized videos. And just quick little bit of background. I talked about what monetization was a little bit earlier, but if a YouTube creator has a video out there and they want to allow ads to be ran in front of it, they turn monetization on. Well, this right here is going out and it's finding all of the monetized videos for this keyword that actually allow us to put our ad in front of them. And it looks like all of these on the first page, at least all 10 of them, allow us to put our ad on them, as we've seen. So we can then sort it by views. Here's that Robert Downey Jr. one, right? And you could see here's how many views. You can sort by likes, dislikes, and basically what you can do is you can then add this to a list, call it watches. You can make a placement list, and then I could do another search like watches for men, something like that, and I could just keep on digging a little bit more and deeper, and you can see not all of these are monetized. So it found 5 videos, or 6 out of the 7, that allow us to run ads in front of them. So not all of them allow us to put ads in front of them, but this software digs up the ones that do. And then we could add this to our watches list again. Watches, right? We could just do a quick add. And look, it doesn't add duplicates either, so it didn't add the duplicate. So now we have 19 videos, and we could either go over to our placement lists and pull those later, or we could just click Get Links. We could copy all of these, and instead of us having to go back and forth to our spreadsheet, this does it all in a matter of 2 seconds, as you can see. Right? Now, it also targets keywords. And so let's say watches as our keyword. We could search both Google and YouTube. Let's search YouTube because we're here. And we got all these geo-targetings in here. So let's just do a quick search. And what happens is you could see it's going watches right here. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way down the line. And what I used to do is I'd come here and go watches A, and so Alpha M, Ancient Aliens, nice. B, by Nick, Box, Blues Clues, C, and I would go through and I would find all of those keywords that people are searching for, because those auto-suggest keywords, they don't come from nowhere. They come from people doing searches. So TubeSift, right here, you can see, it pulled 187 keywords in about 2 seconds, and it's like watches Alpha M, Ancient Aliens, and from there we could just export these keywords and use these in our advertising campaign. Obviously, I screen these because I probably don't want to target people watching Ancient Aliens because that doesn't make sense for targeting watches. But as you can see, it pulls all of those keywords for us and really gets everything cranking for us. So this is the OTO, and like you don't have to have it, but it definitely definitely helps out. I love that tool. I use it every day in my campaigns. Let's see here. All right. Can everybody see? It should just be that PowerPoint slide again with the link. Cool. All right. Let's jump back into questions.
Well, we had one question. Someone was asking, why are you looking for ads that are monetized? So, I mean, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, so the reason we're doing that is because what happens is people, like YouTube creators, right? They allow you to run ads in front of them or not. And a lot of people get a little bit confused with the whole, monetization kind of thing. And what happens is, so people think, all right, why do we want to find monetized videos? Well, the reason we want to find monetized videos is because of the fact that you can only run your ads in front of videos that have monetization enabled. So, I mean, that's why. Basically, you can't put your ad in front of a video that's not monetized.
Right.
It's just not allowed.
I mean, you can outbid people that are already bidding on a video, right?
Right. So basically, if you're a YouTube...
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, if you're a YouTube creator and you're getting like millions of views on your videos, well, you want monetization turned on your video because you get paid. So every time, if I'm an advertiser, every time I put my ad in front of your video, you get a fraction of that ad spend, right? And that's exactly why creators monetize their videos, because people make, thousands of dollars a month putting videos on YouTube. Well, advertisers get to tap into that, and it's essentially just like almost like having your own website or whatever, right? That you get ad revenue from. Well, the creators want ads ran in front of their videos because they make money, and then, we go out there, we find those monetized videos, and put our ads in front of them.
Right. Cool.
Yeah.
This says, can you allow AdSense ads on your CC video. So if you posted a CC video on your own channel.
I am not sure. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure you cannot because you don't have the rights to that video. You can run it as an ad, but you can't. I don't think you can put it out there, get a bunch of views, and make money because it's not your content.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see.
Why are people looking for watches at Walmart? I love that one. I'm sure that was just a joke. And yes, there will be a replay for everybody that asked. I mean, I'm not answering that question, but
yeah, for sure.
Can you push banner over these video ads as well? Banner ads?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You can for sure. It just that's not covered in this training because we're talking specifically video ads.
Right.
And those are banner ads. Those are more done through AdWords. Well, it's all done through AdWords, but
gotcha.
But yeah, these video ads are what we really cover in the training. So, but you can for sure, and it's really not that hard to do.
I think we got most of the questions.
Sweet, sweet. Anybody have any more questions?
Kendra keeps asking this question, but I think it's just, maybe a misunderstanding of the ad situation. He wants to know if channel authority plays a factor at all, or is paying the dollars trump the authority? I mean, they're not related, are they? Unless I'm misunderstanding the question.
Yeah, so channel authority, and this is actually something that Valerie and I were talking about right before this call, about how one of my channels has a bunch of authority, so when I put a video out, it automatically ranks, and then if it continues getting engagement, it sticks there. So that's one of the cool things about running these types of ads is you are going to build channel authority, but if you're running these types of ads, your ad jumps to the top of the search engine results anyway, and it's just, that's so yeah. I mean, when
but
you're
even
running
if you want to run ads, you'll still be able to get really cheap ads without having channel authority, right? I mean, that shouldn't.
Oh yeah. So I like that case study that I showed a little earlier, the survival pen one or whatever, the pen one. That was a brand new channel that I literally set up that day.
Okay.
And yeah, no, you get cheap views because that has nothing to do. And I talk a little bit more about this in the training, how you're charged and where they get their costs from. But essentially, it's an auction system. So let's say that I want to bid on an ad, or so I found a video about watches, right? And I want to put my ad in front of it, and Valerie also wants to put her ad in front of it. So I'd say, hey, my max cost per view, I'm willing to pay 5 cents per view. Well, maybe Valerie's willing to pay 3 cents per view, and that's what she says. So when somebody watches that video, AdWords instantly does its little thing. I don't know. It crunches its numbers. It says, okay, Valerie's willing to pay, whatever. What did I say? 3 cents. Justin's willing to pay 5. Well, we're going to charge Justin 4 cents, and he's going to get the video view. So it's an auction system. So yeah, it has nothing to do. I
mean, David makes a great point. Like Squatty Potty, they did a lot of ad spend, but they also got shares because their videos are so great. So you could get both, right?
And you could. I talk about those different metrics. That's actually something you could track inside of the AdWords dashboard. Basically how many people are sharing, how many, earned views did I get, things like that. So, and Kevin's asking, does this cover all the ways from how to not get banned by Google and YouTube? Yes, there's a specific module in there. By popular request, it wasn't in the previous courses. I just added it to 3.0 because so many people were asking. It covers landing pages. What do you need on your landing pages? I pull up some examples of my landing pages. And a lot of people think you can't do affiliate marketing with AdWords, so that is not true. You definitely can, and I talk about how to do it the right way.
Great. While I was asking this question, but you're talking about paying for views if the view goes over 30 seconds. What happens if the view goes over 30 seconds and the click? Do you not get charged for the click and just for the view?
Well, you never get charged for a click.
Right, because that's a different type of ad, right?
Well, yeah. So these are cost per view is what you pay for. So you don't pay for clicks, you don't pay for impressions. But they recently changed it so if somebody watches like 5 seconds of your video and they click your link, it doesn't count as a click. I mean, it does. It tracks as a click, but you're not paying for clicks. That counts as a view because you've got the
Gotcha.
the person to your website because they've engaged with your ad. In the past, they had it where if anybody clicked on your video anywhere, they went to your website. They recently changed that and made it so you have to click that link in the bottom left, so you know that if somebody clicks it, they actually wanted to click it.
That makes sense. Perfect. Oh, the $100 AdWords, does that count just USA or is that all countries? The credit?
It's all countries. Yeah, because they have a whole drop-down menu that says choose your location.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and that's for new accounts, right? Let's see here.
Do you know anybody that's running YouTube ads to build up a downline in MLM or business ops?
Yes. I don't personally do that, but I do know people that are. Actually, this guy that was at my event in Vegas earlier this year was specifically doing that, and I've seen him posting his income shots recently, and that dude's making like over $1,000 a day.
Nice. Very nice.
So, yeah,
Dave
for sure.
said that you get 75 pounds in the UK, which I don't know what that equals in dollars. I don't know but it's probably close.
Yeah, I have no clue. But yeah, I mean, basically they give you money. Let's see.
To view your videos?
Oh, and Kevin, that's actually I should have brought this up a little bit earlier when we were asking about the BizOp thing. There's actually a specific targeting option for people that are interested in MLM and BizOp. It's built into AdWords. So all you have to do is say, all right, I want to target people that are interested in MLM and BizOp, and you get some awesome traffic.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's cool. 35. I don't understand that question, Wall, but and then David, could you specify? You said view your videos. I don't get what the whole question was. Oh, so if it's a view per cost, it would be expensive if thousands of views to your videos.
Well, yeah, I mean, the more traffic you get, I mean, so yes and no. Obviously, if you're buying more traffic, your cost is going to go up, but your cost per view is not. So you're going to get more traffic. And actually, as you run more and more traffic to your videos, if they're performing well, Google makes them cheaper because they reward you for having a high-quality ad. So yeah, I mean, that's
if you're
something
sending traffic, if you figure out after a while that it isn't working, then you're not going to spend the money to send thousands of people there, right?
Right. And that's the thing. Like, so you start by spending whatever. I start my ads off at like $10 to $25 a day. I spend that. I see what happens the first day or two. I'll run maybe $20-25 through the campaign, see what's going on, and in the course I talk about setting up tracking for conversions and seeing exactly what's happening at every step of your funnel or every landing page you have. And so usually there's an offer related with this, right? So you've got an offer or your client has an offer or whatever, and you start seeing money come back in, like when with that case study I showed earlier. I made $50 the first day and I only spent $5, or $6, whatever. So money's coming in as I'm running these ads, and I know where it's coming from because of my conversion tracking, so it only makes sense for me to turn up the ads and start making more money, right?
Exactly. So you're not going to risk that money. It's just, if it works, you're going to do more. Right.
And Mark was saying, is there a bonus call as part of the program? Yes. So on next Tuesday, September 27th at 5 p.m. Eastern, we are going to be holding a bonus call. We're going to kind of run through the system. I'm going to share a few different case studies. We've got some Shopify ones, some other physical product stuff, some affiliate marketing, some local stuff we'll be talking about, and we're just going to talk about some practical applications and how all that works.
Hey, Justin, this last question is something that I would ask because I'm relatively new to ads as well. And I've always had a tough time setting up conversion tracking with Google when trying to do AdWords. Is this easy and newbie friendly to set up the conversion tracking?
Yes. Yeah, and I actually have a whole over-the-shoulder video on exactly how to do it, but it's very, very easy. It's as simple as creating a conversion tracking code inside of the dashboard and dropping it on your site. And then I talk about how to find all those in your reporting and your analytics, all that good stuff.
Perfect.
Let's see here.
I think we've got a lot of the questions answered.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Let's see. I can't expand these for some reason.
No, same thing can happen to me. I expand it and it snaps right back.
Yeah, I can't read some of the whole questions for some reason.
It's hard.
Huh. All right. Cool. Yeah, and a couple people are asking, about TubeSift and the OTO or whatever. Yeah, you don't have to have it. Like when I got started, I didn't. I did not have TubeSift because I had to have it built because I needed it. And the reason I needed it was to save myself time and get a little bit better results. But that being said, I did this for a year and a half without TubeSift, so you don't have to have it. It just definitely helps. There is, and I show the manual way to do it in the I show the manual way to do it in the training. So it's not, I hate when people have an upsell that you have to have. It's just not, put it on the front end if you have to have it and increase the price. So you don't have to have it, but it will definitely help. Let's see. If you're using, oh yeah, what? Oh, sorry.
Kevin wanted to know if you can use a $100 credit for each new YouTube account. I guess if you figure out how to get new YouTube accounts, right?
So not for the YouTube accounts, it's for AdWords accounts, right? So, and they will ban you for life if you just start scooping up these $100 coupons. I had a student that actually did that. And
can you do it for clients, though?
Yes. Yes, and that's the difference. So I have a My Client Center, right, and I can create new AdWords accounts under that. And what happens is, I create all those accounts under that, and I get the $100 credit for each of those new accounts as long as it's a new business. So you can't, you can't personally go set up 10 AdWords accounts with the same credit card and, get $1,000 in ad credit because they're going to ban you very quickly. So, but you can do that for, for all your clients, and you can actually set them up if there are multiple clients and you're running it all through your credit card. That works. You might just have to talk to AdWords, but yeah, if you're using it all and pushing traffic back to your same website, they're going to figure it out. Get 10 credit cards. Yep.
I mean, there are people that do it. It's obviously black hat.
Right. Cool. All right. Well, I think that's about it. Yeah, for sure, David. If you have any questions, just shoot me an email. support@justinsardi.com. And that's actually at the bottom of the sales page as well. But yeah, hit me up and I can help you out with that.
And Christian, the answer about the price, it won't always be this price. It's definitely a launch price that you're seeing right now.
Right. It's actually going up tomorrow. So yeah, price goes up tomorrow, and And then, like I said, usually this sells for $97. And honestly, I was actually thinking about selling this one for a little more because I stacked the bonuses and all that. So it's probably going to be, this is going to be 97 or 197. Video Ads Crash Course 2.0. I was making sales of that every day at $97. So this is a massive launch discount. So you're going to get it for, $27 basically. Sweet.
Sweet.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm going to wrap up the recording real quick. And awesome. Thanks, Wall. Wall says, for anyone, this is an insane deal. I'm a long-term customer. Yeah, totally. I was actually just emailed Wall a little bit earlier today. So cool. All right. Well, I'm going to wrap up this recording and get rolling.
Everybody